Hello, it's me. I'm Nafid. In this short video, I will explain how to reach ClearPass or any server. In our case, this is ClearPass Policy Manager. Now we are able to reach ClearPass with the IP address. That's okay. But I would like to show you how to reach ClearPass by either configuring the IP host command on the switch, or we create or we add a record in DNS. So the switch is able to reach ClearPass either by having this command on the switch itself, or by adding a ClearPass entry in the DNS as a record. Let's have a look. So first of all, we will examine the DNS itself. So you can see the DNS server, and that DNS server doesn't have any record, any A record for ClearPass. So we will look into the ClearPass itself. What are the details of that ClearPass? That's ClearPass. We go to Administration and we click on the Server Manager, expand this, and then Server Configuration. You can see this is a ClearPass. That's the host name, the IP address, or details. Now, in here, the host name, as you can clearly see, is CPPM-32. On the switch, we already have added ClearPass with the IP address as a server, as a radio server, but we would like to configure that to be reachable using its fully qualified domain name, a DNS-like. So that's the switch. If you issue the command, is a CX switch, and you can clearly see ClearPass is there, and we are able to reach that ClearPass with its IP address. Now I'm not going to change this, but if you would like for future reference, you could then, once the switch is able to reach ClearPass with a fully qualified domain name, then you are able to add all details of the ClearPass using that rather than IP. But the concept here, I would like to create an entry with IP host command. So if I say ping cppm.class.lab, it's not reachable, but if I ping 10.254.1.32, it is reachable. Now, I can simply add an IP host command. We call this one IPDNS host. We call this one static addition of ClearPass, like a DNS record. It doesn't have a corresponding record. So if you use this one, you don't have to add a record in DNS. So IPDNS host, and then we would like to add the ClearPass, the fully qualified domain name. Now, the name here you mentioned does not have to match the host name we have configured in ClearPass, which is this one. So it doesn't have to match this. This is completely independent. And then we put the ClearPass IP, and there we go. Now, if we test the reachability with this, we should be able to reach it, and we can refer to ClearPass with this fully qualified domain name. Now, this doesn't have any entry in the DNS server, as you can clearly see here. It doesn't have any entry. What we can do, we can add an entry to ClearPass in the DNS server, and we don't, in this case, have to add this command or use a static form of the command. So we are going to, this is going to be, we can remove this one and later on add that one in the DNS. See, DNS doesn't have an entry, so what we're going to do in here, we're going to remove that static entry, and we will verify that we are not able to reach that with this ping command. The fully qualified domain name is not reachable here. Now, if we go back to this DNS, we can add a new host or a record, and the new host or fully qualified domain name, it will pick up, of course, because the FQDN will be appended with this. So we only have to add CPPM. And the IP for that is, of course, the IP has to be reachable. Add host. Now we can see an entry to CPPM. Now in ClearPass, ClearPass doesn't have to know anything about this one, obviously. Now on the switch itself, we need to make sure that it has DNS entry. So we need to configure IP, DNS server IP address on the switch itself. So on the switch, we are going to add the DNS server IP address so they can refer to it to translate the name, because there's no static mapping locally in this case. So IP DNS server address. So we're going to add that server 10.254.1.21. So we have DNS entry, and we should be able, without having to add IP host, to bing the ClearPass with a fully qualified domain name, cppm.class.lab. So now we are able to reach ClearPass from the fully qualified domain name by integrating with the DNS. By integrating with the proper DNS. So this also means that the ClearPass is reachable from a browser, also with a fully qualified domain name. So we can also verify that. I mean, in here we have reached ClearPass with its IP. Now, obviously, if you type cppm.class.lab, now we are able to reach that one. For the certificate, I will cover this later, but the key point is we are able to reach ClearPass also with a fully qualified domain name on the browser. This is because we have added an entry inside the DNS.